morning, everybody, and welcome to this thing that we like to call Movie Mondays with Matt Plus on the Northern News Now Plus app. I'm your host, whether you like it or not, Matt Rasmussen, a.k.a. the King of Halloween, a.k.a. the local filmmaker here, a.k.a. the morning director here, a.k.a. Casey Jones, a.k.a. host of Movie Mondays with Matt. And today, it might be a little obvious what our topic was here this morning. So, we have a very, very special guest today who has risen from the depths specifically to be here. Give a round of applause, everybody on the stream, for the one, the only, our good friend, Fyshbown!
Hi, everybody.
Wow, there he is. It's good to see you, buddy. All green and everything. I love it. Man, I wanted you on this show for a while.
Yeah, well, after the last time I saw you, what was that, outside the movie theater? We kind of, wasn't the best moment for both of us. It was in broad daylight. There were kids walking around, and we almost, got into it. But I'm glad to have let bygones be bygons.
That's what the Mutanoid Underground Dwellers are all about, right? Togetherness.
Well, to a degree, unless you're like a uptight surface walker, but...
Well, we don't have time for any of those guys. We don't have time for those guys. What we do have time for today is to talk a little bit about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise. And before we get into it, I know it's a little bit of a sore subject with you here. We should inform our viewers, like, you have a little bit of a past with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, am I right?
Yeah, well, you see, Casey. Can I call you Casey?
Sure, Mr. Jones, whatever works.
All right, Mr. Casey. So you see, we used to be real chummy with the Ninja Turtle boys, We'd hang out a lot in the sewer. Our burrow would get with their burrow. One night, though, we were having a mutant pizza party like we often did. We were dancing, having rap battles, but things got ugly during a not-so-friendly game of poker where Raphael accused my brother Skintag of palming cards. The audacity! How dare he? And of course, things got a little crazy, a little fight broke out, and, well, I blacked out and we woke up behind bars with broken ribs and a bloody nose. Don't worry, we tunneled our way out. But to make matters worse, we started seeing their faces everywhere. On the television, in the comics, on the shelves at the grocery store when we were robbing the places. Come on. When the guys that kick your butts end up famous the next week, that kind of rubs you a little bit wrong. Wouldn't it rub you wrong?
Oh, absolutely it would.
Yeah. So, that's where we are. We got stuck in the underground, living our little slummy life, while these guys are touring the world, doing music, performing, making a buttload of your surface walker money. Ugh. Sickens me.
Well, they did have that Coming Out of Their Shells tour, and that wasn't a 5-star engagement by any stretch of the imagination. So, you made out okay on that one.
Yeah, that was fun. That was kind of like on their downfall. So we were, applauding and like, it's about time. Yeah.
I know you do have a history with the Turtles. You definitely have your little beef with the Turtles, which is okay. We all do. But before we get into some other things, why don't you tell us, like, what do you enjoy about the very first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie from 1990?
Okay. All of the beef aside, I will have to admit, in my most humblest way possible, that first movie was iconic. It had heart, soul, and it was just grimy enough where you felt like they weren't trying to be something they weren't, right? It was more to the streets, and I appreciated that. More authentic. The looks were all there, they all looked healthy, and they were in their prime. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, 100%. I'd say peak Ninja Turtles action right there in 1990.
Yeah, doesn't get much better than that, honestly.
I agree. Yeah, and when people think about the franchise, the 1990 movie is the thing that pops out. And, it was so successful, it became the most successful independent film of the 1990s until the Blair Witch Project came over and, took it down. But, like, wow, what a feat for the Ninja Turtles, whether you want to say they were just acting or whether they were rubber suits. that is a slice of history that just it can't be outdone.
I would have to agree with you. There's no better way they could have done it. And I think, what's his name, Michael Bay? I think he should have taken some notes.
Oh, yeah, Michael Bay should have taken some notes. Yeah, he kind of has no idea what to do with the franchise.
No, absolutely not. Time for a hard reset.
Yeah, but before he got his grubby little paws on the franchise, we did have a pretty decent sequel that came out. In 1991, like 1 year after this amazing first Ninja Turtles movie, and it now is back in theaters starting this Friday the 13th, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze, now celebrating its 35th anniversary, which is like, haha, how lucky this is the 35th episode of this show. And, this particular sequel, it wasn't bad. It had its pluses and its minuses. But since this is what this episode is about, what are your thoughts on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2?
All right. So with the first film being as iconic as it was, and they hit every nail perfectly on the head with that film, I still gotta say that part 2 is just as iconic in a different way, where it may have lacked some of the soul and heart and griminess of the first movie, it made up for with zingers and zaniness, you know what I'm saying? More characters, more to grasp onto. And that soundtrack, are you kidding me?
Go Ninja, go Ninja,
go! I had that whole thing on cassette tape and I played it till it burned out. I'm not even kidding. That movie was great in its own way. And it also had these two guys right here.
Yes, Toka and
Razor,
the new big bads.
Yep. And if I'm not mistaken, they were supposed to be Bebop and Rocksteady, but for some reason they weren't able to do that, and we ended up with these guys, which are just equally as cool, I gotta say. These guys are awesome. I actually met them at a diner while they were filming the movie. I was sitting there eating. It was a good time, and then they walked in, and everybody ran out screaming. Yep. And I was like, what's up, guys? And they sat right next to me, and then we had breakfast. It was a great time.
Oh, they look like they do have big hearts.
Yeah, especially this guy.
Yes, Toka.
Yes.
Man. So, yeah, that's one of the things I really loved about this new movie. These guys really set it apart and not only are they the big bads, they're literally big bads.
Ooh, absolutely. And they had the ooze. The ooze is my favorite part.
Ooze, yes. I mean, you're no stranger to slime and ooze yourself.
I get gacked for gack, let me tell you.
Oh, Fyshbown, you kill me.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, you go ahead.
No, we'll see.
Not yet. Let's get through part 2 before we do any of that stuff. So, let's throw a break real quick here. We're going to talk a little bit more about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise. When we come back, the full extended thing, maybe even a little bit more Michael Bay stuff, and then we have a few more fun surprises to pull out for you. And we will be back in just a minute.
Don't go anywhere.